Drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
Jayda Wayda just shook the internet with a slip-up that had everybody's jaw on the floor.
They show you who they are. Believe them. The 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them.
I think Lil Baby is bisexual. I was sucking his, and I started going down. And yeah, he didn't stop me. He put his legs back to him.
She didn't scream it out directly, but the way she moved, the things she posted, and the whispers from people around her basically confirmed the name folks been speculating about for months. Lil Baby's so-called sugar daddy. And let's be real, it's exactly who everyone already suspected. She never said the man's name on live, but the clues were loud. Fans pieced it together fast. The same man connected to that viral white party photo, those flashy private jets, the courtside NBA seats, and those billionaire ties that always seemed a little too convenient.
Ruben was never hugging me. You know what I'm saying? I was dapping Kuzman up, and Mike happy to see me. He ran over there, and we started like wrestling, like touching it. And a picture, like Mike, one of my real good friends, we had a party with goddamn 200-300 people. There's nothing weird could go on with all these people in the mix, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna get on the internet and go back and forth, Yeah, I told him, man, that's a crazy looking picture, you know what I'm saying?
But here's where things take a wild turn. The rumors ain't just about this guy funding Baby's lifestyle. Nope. People online are convinced Jayda left the whole situation after allegedly finding out this mentorship wasn't just business, but something way more personal behind the scenes. The internet is buzzing, saying that's the real reason she walked away, and the way she's been acting lately only added more fuel to that fire. Now, whether you buy into the gossip or not, the timing and receipts Jayda left behind got everybody convinced she just exposed the very name Lil Baby's been desperate to keep hidden. And before we even dive into all the messy proof, here's Jayda in her own words admitting she tried giving Lil Baby another shot. But deep down, she already knew what was really happening. Once Jayda dropped that breadcrumb, the internet didn't even need to play detective. Everybody already had the same name in mind. And instantly, all eyes went straight back to that photo. You know the one, Michael Rubin's flashy white party where Lil Baby was front and center, Rubin right beside him, and another guest so close it looked like they were all one unit.
I would say my last relationship definitely taught me, like, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. The 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them. No matter how much, like, time really don't heal.
I don't know.
Time do not heal. That person gonna always be them.
Time only heals if a person is, like, mentally there with it, you know? Like, time don't heal if it's two people on two different pages.
It wasn't just some casual group flick either. The angle, the body language, the way they were all cheesing, it had folks screenshotting like crazy. And just when it started bubbling, 50 Cent jumps in, reposting the pic with a slick caption that had everybody asking the same thing. What's really going on here?
Most you ever lost gambling at one?
$8 million.
How long?
Like one day, like probably like 40 hours straight. I lost like 8 million.
That's not
9 million.
That's not one.
I made myself stop gambling. I had Mike Rubin write a letter to every casino and ban me from the casino.
From that second, the internet hit turbo mode. For fans who had been side-eyeing for months, this wasn't a harmless party snap. This was the proof they'd been waiting for. To them, it screamed confirmation that Rubin wasn't just Lil Baby's friend, but allegedly the man pulling strings behind the scenes, not just with power moves and money, but maybe in ways way more personal. And from that point, the jokes weren't just jokes anymore. They started cutting deep. The sugar daddy talk stopped being a rumor and started sounding like a label people were ready to stamp permanent. Suddenly, every single time Baby popped up with Rubin or any other billionaire, the internet broke it down frame by frame like it was evidence in a trial. Believe it or not, that single photo turned into the receipt everybody started running with. Fans built a whole conspiracy out of it, and here's the thing. Michael Rubin ain't just some random billionaire popping up in Lil Baby's circle. He's plugged in heavy with athletes, music execs, and some of the most powerful names in entertainment. And if you've been watching closely, you already know Lil Baby's been in that mix for years. Baby even tried to explain away the infamous white party photo, saying Ruben is really his friend and they were just play wrestling when that snapshot got taken. According to him, it was nothing deep, just a playful moment caught on camera. But here's the twist. Even after he cleared it up, fans kept side-eyeing the whole friendship. The story that really locked people in wasn't the party pic, but the gambling fiasco. Lil Baby admitted he lost nearly $9 million in less than 2 days. And guess who stepped in when things got ugly? None other than Michael Rubin himself. Baby claimed Rubin actually reached out to casinos personally to get him banned so he couldn't keep throwing his money away. Now, depending on how you see it, that's either a billionaire friend going above and beyond to protect someone he cares about, or, if you believe the DL theory, it paints a whole different picture. To those fans, it didn't sound like just loyalty. It sounded way too personal, almost like Rubin had more invested in Baby than anyone realized. To some people, it didn't look like a friend stepping in. It looked like a man protecting his investment, making sure the person he's tied to stays real close.
Nightstand, play with Lil Baby's ass.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
He gave me $40,000. So Lil Baby has slid in my DMs. He asked me if I was in Miami. And I told him, yeah. He texted me, told me to pull up. And the first time we linked up was weird. He kept touching me. Like, I get it. You know, you got a lot of people that's just a setup situation. But it was just weird because he kept touching me and he was just rubbing at me. Like it got to the point where I felt like, okay, is he like trying to figure out if I'm a woman or a man? And then after that, it was fascinating, honestly. Play with Lil Baby's ass. But the third time we linked up, I ate his asshole out. Yeah. I think Lil Baby is bisexual. I was sucking his, and I started going down. And yeah, he didn't stop me. He put his legs back to him. Yeah, he was holding them.
And let's not forget, for the longest time, Lil Baby had a whole thing about being tattoo-free. He used to brag about it in interviews, saying keeping a clean look helped him move through business circles without getting stereotyped. It became part of his whole brand, part of his image. But then fans spotted something new, his first ever tattoos, and it instantly turned heads. What shocked everybody wasn't just that he finally broke his no tat rule, but the location, right on his inner thighs. Nobody expected that. Social media exploded, people asking, why there of all places? And then came the performance that turned the whispers into full-blown debates. Baby hit the stage in shorts, a tank top, and a pink belt, moving around and pulling his shorts up just enough to tease the ink. That little flash was all it took. Fans in the crowd recorded it, zoomed in, and those clips went viral in minutes. Captions were flying around that weren't exactly subtle. People weren't just talking tattoos anymore, they were tying it right back into the DL rumors. Some shrugged it off like he was just flexing his new ink and feeling himself, but others swore it looked like a soft launch of a whole different side of him. And once that idea caught fire online, there was no stopping it. That tattoo moment didn't just spark conversation, it handed fans more fuel to say this whole thing wasn't about art on his skin at all. Lil Baby felt the pressure heavy, and that's why he pulled up on Lil Yachty's podcast to shut the noise down. He told Yachty straight up that the jokes weren't funny, and he even claimed he pulled private security footage from Ruben's infamous white party to prove the hug in that viral pic was quick and harmless. But here's the kicker. He never showed the footage. And in internet culture, if you say, I got receipts but keep them hidden, the crowd instantly assumes the receipts don't look good for you. Instead of clearing his name, Baby just gave the rumor mill more oxygen. And suddenly the whispers turned into even louder debates. And the name that always comes flying back when people connect Baby's moves? James Harden. Their friendship has never been behind the scenes. It's always been right in front of the cameras. They've been spotted courtside like NBA royalty, jet-setting together, hitting up the biggest parties. moving so close it looked like they were locked in as a permanent duo. But the internet never forgot that birthday stunt Harden pulled in 2020. The NBA star went all out, gifting Baby a Prada duffel literally stuffed with $100,000 in cash, plus a Richard Mille watch worth crazy money, and just to top it off, packs of honey buns. Yes, actual honey buns. That unboxing moment went viral instantly. Some people shrugged it off, saying it was just a rich man flexing on his boy, but others tucked it away as a smoking gun in the bigger DL story. To them, it wasn't just a gift, it was symbolism, a wink to something deeper. One savage fan comment that spread everywhere put it plain: Lil Baby been giving his honey buns to Harden. And that's the wild part. The internet doesn't need hard proof. All it takes is a couple flashy moments, a few inside jokes, and suddenly they've built an entire storyline that feels real to them. Harden's over-the-top birthday gift became one of those core receipts, and it wasn't the last either. Not long after that, Harden and Lil Baby were back in the headlines together, this time across the ocean in Paris for Fashion Week 2021. They weren't out there looking for drama, but drama found them anyway. French police stopped their car, claimed they smelled cannabis, and right then things got messy in front of a wall of cameras. Harden got frisked, questioned, and eventually let go. But Baby, he wasn't so lucky. He got slapped with a fine for possession and was photographed being led straight toward a police van in broad daylight. And of course, those pictures went viral before they even made it back to their hotel. At first, people brushed it off as a random unlucky moment, but looking back now, fans tie it directly into the pattern. Another headline-making incident with Harden. Another set of clips folded neatly into the compilation people keep building about Baby's private life. But it didn't stop there. Over time, the internet stretched the theory even further. Whispers started floating that Baby's name wasn't just being linked to Harden, but to other artists too. One of the loudest rumors, that he might have had a connection with Juice WRLD. Nothing confirmed, no receipts, but for people already convinced, it fit the puzzle too perfectly. And then came the leaked tape scandal. Clips started circling online, allegedly showing someone who looked way too familiar. That leaked clip allegedly showing someone who looked like Lil Baby giving another man oral had the internet spiraling. Baby had no choice but to face it head on. He hopped on social media and snapped back, "Y'all gotta stop using my name and likeness when y'all get bored. The extremes people go for clout is sick. Ain't no mystery in my history on no level. This my last time addressing any kind of dumb clickbait. TF is wrong with y'all. No flaws, no cap in my raps." But instead of shutting things down, his statement only cranked the rumors up even louder. Fans twisted his words right back into DL talk, and just when it looked like the drama might fade, Instagram model Teresa Lava popped up on a podcast and dropped hints of her own. She didn't spill the full story, but she implied a personal run-in with Baby where things weren't exactly what people expected. She left breadcrumbs, teasing it like a one-night stand moment, saying he was holding him, and that was more than enough for the blogs to feast on. Meanwhile, Jayda's played it cool the whole time. No confirmations, no denials, just keeping her image clean, running her businesses, and keeping the co-parenting line strong with Baby. But here's the thing. Rumors like this don't just die off. Every time Lil Baby shows up at an event, drops a performance, or gets spotted with the same high-powered names, the theory gets dragged right back into the spotlight. So maybe the question isn't whether it's true or not. Maybe the real question is, what's the next thing that's about to drop? Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments. And I'll see you on the next one.